Today on Fox 10 News at 4, Memorial Day traffic. Drivers coming to the beaches over the weekend now making the return home trip.
And while people use this day to gather with their family and friends, we also remember those who fought courageously for our country.
And a few isolated thunder showers out there right now on this Memorial Day. I'll have your complete work week forecast coming up.
Committed to you. First with breaking news and breaking weather. Fox 10 News starts now.
Hi there. Welcome in on this Memorial Day Monday. I'm Lenny Slagan.
And I'm Shelby Myers. Thanks for watching Fox News at 4 on Facebook and YouTube.
You know, veterans and people from all over the community gathering at USS Battleship Memorial Park to pay their respects to the men and women who paid the ultimate sacrifice for our freedom. Our Stephen Moody has more from that ceremony.
The American flag is lowered in a beautiful but somber ceremony to honor the lives of all of the service members we've lost.
The best thing to do is just remind folks, Memorial Day is not about folks who are serving now. It's not about veterans. It's about those who gave their life in service to our country. And so, we've done a great job in our community erecting all of these memorials.
It is a very somber day, if you will. We remember and honor the ones who served and gave the ultimate sacrifice. All gave some, but some gave all.
The ceremony was held in front of the Vietnam Memorial, and for a Vietnam veteran in attendance, the ceremony meant more than anyone could imagine.
This is a Memorial Day for those who gave all, and for us that were lucky enough to come home. It gives me chills when I talk that way. My hairs are standing up.
And this Memorial Day, we also honor those service members who lost their lives off of the battlefield, as we highlight the resources available for veterans who are struggling after coming home.
I never lost a soldier in combat, but I have lost them to mental illness and opioid overdose and suicide. And so that's what I always think about, are those soldiers that I lost under my command.
Like John says, our job now is to help the soldiers who are still here, remove barriers from health care, see that those men and women are taken care of and receive the best possible help.
Stephen Moody, Fox 10 News.
And the South Alabama Veterans Council holding its annual Memorial Day ceremony at the National Cemetery on Virginia Street in Mobile. It started at 8:30 this morning to honor those who sacrificed their lives defending our nation's flag. Mobile County Commissioner Connie Hudson and Captain Ulysses Mullins, commanding officer of Sector Mobile, were guest speakers for the event. Take a listen.
With the busy world that we live in today, to know that every American would and should hopefully take a pause at 3 p.m. To know that we're all focused on the same thing, and that's our history of the soldiers that went before us, that sacrificed for us.
Local veterans and several military organizations also participated in this program.
And President Biden paying tribute to service members on this Memorial Day, delivering remarks at Arlington National Cemetery. During the somber ceremony, the president laid a wreath honoring the service members who died. He drew from his own experience and talked about the loss of his son, Bo, who didn't die on the battlefield, but from cancer.
Every year, as a nation, we undertake this rite of remembrance. For we must never forget the price that was paid to protect our democracy. We must never forget the lives these flags, flowers, and marble markers represent. A mother, a father, a son, a daughter, a sister, a spouse, a friend, an American. Every year we remember, and every year it never gets easier.
The president adding the country has a duty to support our troops when they return home. He signed the PACT Act into law last year that assists veterans who were exposed to toxic substances while they were serving.
All right, taking a look at the view from the battleship USS Alabama on the causeway. Nice day today, and we got a little bit of a breeze going on out there right now. Let's take a look at what's happening with our forecast here, jump right into it and show you what is going on here. Weather headlines here showing very mild conditions tonight. We're going to see temperatures down into the 60s for our lows tonight. Still, we have some comfortable nights to enjoy. Tomorrow, plenty of sunshine, maybe an isolated shower, but a low-end chance. And we've got a few storms midweek as we get back into the swing of things with work and all that here past the holiday. Looks like Thursday is going to be our best chance. All right, right now, a few isolated showers out there on this Memorial Day. We got one getting a little closer to Dauphin Island. Got another one here in and around Alberta in Baldwin County. Let's look at the Dauphin Island area first. This one looks like it's headed for the west end and the heart of the island. Right now, it's right near Cat Island here and right off of Coffee Island and started to head across the Sound. So it looks like we could get a shower at Dauphin Island soon. This one went across the east side of Alberta. It's over around County Road 95 here. It's really just to the east of 87 now, and it's tracking down towards Josephine and Mifflin as it moves to the south, and also Lillian, you could get a brief shower. Rain chances in the days ahead. Tomorrow looks quiet. Wednesday, we could see a few isolated showers. And then into Thursday, we've got a little bit better chance of rain on Thursday this week. So we will get some scattered showers and thunderstorms. Here's your beach forecast. Tomorrow, around 88 degrees, winds out of the southeast. And looking at it here, we do have a very extreme UV index. The rip current risk is low, so that's good. And water temperature now a warm 81 degrees. Tomorrow morning's lows, temperatures are still real comfortable. Inland areas right at about 59 or 60 degrees. Closer to the coast, mid-60s, Mobile and Daphne, 67 in Pensacola. We warm up fast tomorrow. Our temperatures in the mid to upper 80s by the middle of the day, and it looks like we'll be rain-free. Finishing out the work week, Wednesday, an isolated shower is possible. We could get some scattered thunderstorms on Thursday, isolated again Friday, and again seeing mainly afternoon showers and thunderstorms as we head into the following weekend.
All right, Jason, thank you. Well, 3 men who admitted they helped plan to burn down Walmart stores in Mobile and Mississippi will be sentenced tomorrow. Jeffrey Sykes pleading guilty last year to conspiracy to maliciously destroy by fire. Prosecutors presented evidence during a 2-day hearing last week that he orchestrated the plot from a rented house in Lillian in 2021 and that he directed the creation of a 7-page manifesto demanding better pay and working conditions for Walmart workers. Prosecutors are recommending a prison term of 9 years. 2 others also are due to be sentenced tomorrow, Alexander Olson and Quentin Olson. Prosecutors are recommending prison for both, but their attorneys argue they were minor participants in the conspiracy and should be sentenced to probation instead. Sentencing is set for later for the other members of the conspiracies. Prosecutors are seeking restitution of almost $7.3 million.
Mobile police investigating a shooting that left 1 person injured. Officers telling Fox News it happened at around 7 o'clock last night at a Dollar Tree on Moffett near Overlook Road. Now, police say after the victim was shot, he drove himself to a nearby Walmart on University and reported it to an off-duty officer there. When our crews got to the scene, there were 2 police cars, and further up the road at that Dollar Tree, heavy police presence. 2 officers were looking at the car that seemed to have had the back left window shot out. Mobile police confirming both scenes are connected. Mobile police saying the victim was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries.
All right, let's look at traffic on this Memorial Day, and looking out on the I-10 Bayway, everything appears to be flowing along pretty well here with our Hansen SuperTech camera. as we're looking back towards Mobile. Let's take a closer look. We have had some delays, but right now it looks good. The thing we typically watch out for on a day like today is the return traffic from the beach. That would be westbound. It's a little slow in the tunnel, but eastbound looks fine. And we really don't have any major traffic delays. As we look down towards the beaches, looks like a little slow down into Gulf Shores. A lot of folks down this way, and also out towards the Florida-Alabama line here around Perdido Key. A bit slow there near the Floribama, and checking Pensacola. Everything is looking A-OK today. So a lot of people taking the holiday and not on the roads today. Obviously very busy on Friday and Saturday ahead of this Memorial Day Monday, but things are quiet for now. We'll continue to track your forecast and your traffic here on fox10tv.com and on our YouTube.
All right, thanks, Jason. You know, lawmakers on Capitol Hill mulling over an agreement reached by the president and the speaker that would increase the debt ceiling in exchange for some spending cuts.
Yeah, Fox News correspondent Peter Ducey has more now from the White House.
President Biden and House Speaker McCarthy announcing a deal over the weekend that would avoid a disastrous default for the first time in American history. White House officials are saying their part is done, and now it's up to the speaker to sell it to his people. The agreement raises the limit through 2025 while capping any increase in federal spending at 1% for the next 6 years. The bill should be ready by Tuesday. After that, lawmakers will have 3 days to look it over.
The question that everybody's struggling with is it enough? I haven't committed yes or no yet.
Some conservatives were hoping for deeper cuts, while others worry about the impact on national security. Still, the speaker is calling it a big win for Republicans, pointing out the House will actually vote to spend less money next year than in the previous year. But some rank-and-file members are expressing concerns about raising the debt ceiling for 2 years without a specific limit.
If it's what I'm hearing, no, we're not going to give a corrupt administration, as the hearings have shown, the keys to the vault.
Some lawmakers now looking ahead to the next debt ceiling fight in 2025. Last week, President Biden said he wouldn't raise the debt limit without Congress, but apparently that doesn't mean it's off the table later.
We would, at a later date, a year or two from now, decide whether or not the 14th Amendment, how that actually would impact on whether or not you need to do the debt limit every year.
The House Rules Committee is expected to meet Tuesday afternoon to prep the bill for a full debate. At the White House, Peter Ducey, Fox News.
Russia's Interior Ministry issuing an arrest warrant for South Carolina Senator Lindsey Graham today. The Ukrainian presidential office released an edited video of the Republican congressman meeting with President Volodymyr Zelensky, with certain parts of the conversation spliced together. At one point in the video, Graham says, quote, "The Russians are dying," and the U.S. military assistance to Ukraine was, quote, "the best money we've ever spent." A longer video released later showed the two statements were not originally linked together. Graham taking to Twitter, celebrating the fact that his commitment to Ukraine has drawn, quote, "the ire of Putin's regime," and added that he will wear the arrest warrant as a badge of honor.
All right, your postseason baseball continues with the NCAA tournament starting this weekend. 16 different host sites, 8 of those belong to the SEC. So that's the most teams from one conference going to the tournament in conference history.
It's quite a feat for sure. The SEC had 7 teams in the tournament just last season. And Auburn and Alabama, they're going to each host a regional this year. In this morning's selection show, we found out just who they're going to go up against.
All right, for Tuscaloosa Regional, Alabama hosting the first time since 2006 going up against Nicholls State. Troy going to T-Town, making its 8th tournament appearance. And then Boston College, only their 3rd regional since 1967. They were hoping to host, but heading to South, take on Alabama. That first pitch, by the way, for Alabama and Nicholls is set for Friday at 6.
As for your Auburn Tigers, they're going to welcome the Pennsylvania Quakers out of the Ivy League. It's their first NCAA tournament since 1995. The Sanford Bulldogs, who won a triple header to secure their conference championship. And last but not least, the Southern Miss Golden Eagles are headed to the Plains. Head coach Scott Berry in his 14th and final season. First pitch for Auburn and Penn is set for 6 p.m. on Friday.
Now, I know you like baseball. You going to be following?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Okay. Well, listen, we are out of time. We want to thank you for joining Fox News at 4 on Facebook and YouTube. Be sure to tune in for Fox News at 5 on our social media platforms.
Of course. We're taking a live look now, though, at Orange Beach with our M&T construction camera. Oh, my goodness. Packed out there today. A beautiful Memorial Day. People are enjoying the day off, but also we do want to recognize and honor those who have died serving our country, what the day really means today.
We thank our servicemen and women and their families for that sacrifice. And thank you for watching Fox 10 News at 4.